Uh, okay, so I guess we are live and let's talk about Vinland Saga today. But just let me share it on Instagram. Mm, okay, so I think we should start talking. Mm, let's see if anyone has joined the chat. No, there is no one. I guess because of people are like right now maybe busy because this is afternoon and let's see. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about Vinland Saga season 1 and season 2. First of all, I need to say that Vinland Saga season 1 I watched it in 2021, 2021 maybe September. Okay, so it's been already 2 years I have watched it. I may miss some points, but because I haven't read watched it rewatched it after that. And season 1, okay. So Vinland Saga season 1 came in 2019, and we all know that Vinland Saga season 1 covered the prologue part of the manga. Why prologue? Because if you read the manga or watch the anime, it is not about the main character Thorfinn. The story starts with Thorfinn but ends with Askeladd. Askeladd is the second most important character in the whole Vinland Saga season 1 and the prologue manga. The man was alive for such a short time in the anime and the manga as well, but he impacted the whole story so much that it built the whole manga afterwards. And if you guys actually know about the later on manga, Askeladd's legacy continues with Thorfinn. We all know Thorfinn is not only about Thors. Thorfinn has ideologies of Thors, realism of Askeladd, and lessons of Leif Erikson. And we need to see some images. Yeah, this is Askeladd, we all know. and this is child Thorfinn. Not child. I will be saying 10 years old. Yeah, he is child. 10 years old or Thorfinn. Then he became so much. I will give a synopsis of the story first. Brief story. Spoiler alert. If you guys have not watched Vinland Saga, so Vinland Saga start with the story that Thors was a captain, or I can't remember his real post where he was, but yeah, he was a great warrior of Yoms Vikings. What is Yoms Vikings? Yoms Vikings in these stories shown that one of those you can say one kind of freelance soldiers who actually works for the king of Denmark, and they have their own freedom to work for whom they work for, but they have their words for king of Denmark. Actually, in the real history also, Yoms Vikings used to exist, and there were many other regiments of Viking army. Like there used to be many regiments like country based, land based, or mainly they were naval army. So naval army was divided in many sectors, but Yoms Vikings was the most famous because they served Denmark, and Denmark in that era, like in 800 to 1100 era, Denmark was the strongest country or strongest monarchy in the whole Europe. There was no monarchy in England at that moment. There was, but that was in Wales, not in the mainland of the England, which later on ruled the whole world. We guys know. So Vikings history is just like this. We will be talking about Vikings history later on. I have forgotten some points, but if I will be revisiting Vikings history again, I will be giving information regarding that also. If I am wrong, you guys can definitely catch my points, and then we will talk about those later on. So coming to the point, what is the story? From Young's Vikings, Thors fled because Thors with time understood that there is no point of fighting. Why I am fighting? Why all these bloodsheds and all those killings when I have greater responsibility for my family, for my friends, and everyone who are existing in my life? So Thors with time became more pacifist. He just threw all his weapons and started. He fled with his wife Helga to Iceland. And this is a real story. Actually, many Vikings fled to Iceland, but Iceland was not. One second, just give me a second. I'm coming. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so I just completed my lunch, so I went for having some fruits, and yeah, we need to maintain a good health. Yeah, we all know. And the story, yeah, what I was saying about that Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga season one starts from here. Thor's fleeing with Helga, and then story goes on like uh, Young's Vikings take revenge for from Thor's for going just abandoning the world in the middle ground, and then Thors is killed. Ascalad was the murderer, but the real plan was done by Floki, the prior Young's Viking, you can say captain, who became captain after Thors, and Ascalad just killed Thors in front of Thorfinn, and later on Thorfinn also becomes vengeful. He forgets all his lessons he got from his father, and so on. The story goes on, and I will not be spoiling anymore because the story is so good. We all know, and Vinland Saga season one shows us the importance of justice. What is justice and the impact of warfare? We never seen these impacts of warfare more in the season two, but yeah, we also saw those things from Canut's perspective, Canut's side of story, but never we saw those from Thorfinn's side of story. We saw those things in season one already. So when it comes to many characters' perspective, Vinland Saga shows it beautifully. We can see Canute, we can see Ascalad, we can see Thorfinn, and their distinguished theories on warfare how to gain peace, how to gain the solidarity of life, all those things. And when it comes to justice, I believe that Askalad's character is so goated, man. Askalad is so goated for his sense of justice. Later on in the story, we have seen that, and he is the one who shows that uh, there should be a real ground between realism and idealism. He was a realistic man when he was introduced in the story, but later on, as the story progresses, we see Ascalad becoming more like a idealistic man, just like Thor's was. So that is it. After season one, we have seen season two this year from January 10th to June, and season two for me, man, it was the finest piece of anime I have ever watched till date. I will be saying. I am not overhyping it. According to a perspective, I am not saying it is sci-fi or other things or the story is so great. The story is linear. Story has nothing but warfare or the importance of redemption related. But according to personal development and the impact on your mindset, on your thought process, Vinland Saga is in other place, man, for me. So I believe that Vinland Saga was important for my life, and season one, season two, both. Like after Thorfinn was nihilistic, he lost his purpose. All those thought-provoking scenes we all have seen, and I have explained these things millions of times in my Instagram. So if you guys have missed, you guys can certainly see my posts on Instagram regarding Thorfinn and Vinland Saga. Yeah, Vinland Saga has some faults too, especially manga, anime, both has some faults. Like we have seen some really good things. Like the faults are very minimal, we can overlook those. The main fault is that some characters, I felt like that those characters could have been given more depth. Like Einar in the later on war arc has some depth, but yeah, Einar could have been more established in the manga, but anime gave him a good character development. Like he has some great backstory in anime, but manga had a minimal contribution to that. But yeah, I will be definitely choosing manga of Vinland Saga because of its art. Man, Makoto Yukimura is so goated. He draw. He has drew so much beautiful panels. I bought the manga and I have read the manga also. But when I am touching the pages, now I can feel the effort he put in every panel for those drawings and all those characters. And I never felt like that the character designs are inconsistent. This is the main problem with manga. In many mangas, I felt like that the character designs felt a little bit inconsistent in many mangas. I am not a mangaka, but I am an artist, right? So I have drew many drawings and character designs and all those. In my childhood, I used to draw comics of Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, all those. So I have some sense of character design. But in many mangas, I felt like that the character designs sometimes become inconsistent or not like the best panels existing in the manga. But yeah, Vinland Saga proves us wrong. Berserk, Vinland Saga, Vagabond has so consistent character design of every character. Now you cannot feel like that the mangaka has put so much time, took so much time to develop these characters and develop his own art. With time, the art takes you on. Like it feels more like your blood is being injected with their art, and you cannot move on from the excusite beliefs or excusite expression of their art. What I personally believe that Vinland Saga anime has very good music, and it has some impact on your thought process regularly. If you watch Vinland Saga from season 1 to season 2 continuously, you will be impacted in a positive sense. I am definitely sure. I have seen some people complaining that Vinland Saga season 2 is not. Bro, what you guys are actually expecting from an anime about self development? Word, you just have some patience, right? In the season 3 there will be word, great word. Thorfinn will take on weapon and he will be suffering from dilemmas like whether I will fight or not in later on. It is not that simple like farmland arc. People are calling it farmland saga for nothing, man. Farmland is important for your arc also because ज्ञानी भैया अरे भाई so this is the thing, this is the whole thing about Vinland Saga. And I believe that Vinland Saga anime is impactful for personal development. You guys can watch it in Netflix, it is available. So that's it for today. Today's stream was a little bit short, just about Thorfinn and Vinland Saga, because I will be busy at night time or after afternoon. Like I will be at gym, so I will not be possibly come live. So I thought making live at afternoon. So yeah, that's it for today about Vinland Saga season 1 and 2. We'll be talking more about deeper philosophies of Vinland Saga. This is an overview of the animes and mangas, but yeah, about philosophical thoughts, stoicism, existentialism, I will be making different content and individual content on every philosophical theme in every anime and manga. Like in every anime manga, with each character, each story, we see different philosophical themes. And my page is about my YouTube channel is about philosophy, so we will be talking about philosophy, right? Yesterday I talked about Oppenheimer. You guys can watch it also in my YouTube channel. And Oppenheimer was so much thought provoking and philosophical for me as well. So bye for now. Have